Hello, my name is Larry Lipke, and I am the Administrative Director of the Brazos Valley Chorale. Just last year, the chorale celebrated its 51st season since beginning as the community singers in 1969. In normal years, the chorale has been the singing home for about 100 volunteers from the Bryan and College Station area. We typically have held 4 or 5 ticketed concerts through the season, but this season is anything but typical. Not only are we not able to hold these large indoor concerts, but the pandemic has also significantly impacted how we rehearse. Yet through our watchwords of creativity and flexibility, we continue to hold out hope that we can continue to do that which we love, and that is sing. I'm joined here today by Don McAvoy, our artistic director and conductor. So Don, please share with us how these ideas of creativity and flexibility are playing out for us this year.
Thanks, Larry. Creativity and flexibility are indeed our key words for this year because we aren't able to do what we love to do. Singing has proven to be probably the most effective way at spreading coronavirus should one of our members or singers be infected. And so we've taken great care to limit our rehearsals, to rehearse in a larger space, to allow time in between our rehearsals. But our goal this year is just to keep the music going and just to keep singing. One of the ways that many choirs have been doing that has been virtually. While it's impossible to have a Zoom choir because of the way that the internet works, we can't all sing together at the same time and put together anything meaningful. Composers and directors and musicians have figured out ways to sing together in a virtual choir setting. And so one of the ways that we wanted to start this year was to celebrate the birthday, the 250th birthday of Ludwig van Beethoven. And so we've taken one of his great choral works and we have recorded it via virtual means, and everybody recorded their own individual part, and then it was digitally mastered and put back together to form a choir that has never sung together. We rehearsed together, but we never sang this piece together as you will hear it sung in the recording that follows. So enjoy this happy birthday from the Brazos Valley Chorale to Ludwig van Beethoven as he celebrates his 250th birthday with Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Don, I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun to do. Difficult though it was. The whole matter of singing all the way through a piece without making a mistake and getting that recorded on one recording, you couldn't patch things together. And of course, one of the reasons that we sing as a chorus is the ability to blend with others, to hear other parts around you and sing in a group. And in this particular case, you're singing solo. And so that makes it much more difficult to do, but it was fun to do, and look forward to maybe doing another one of these sometime. And
it is a daunting task to sing by yourself.
Yes, it is. And so that was quite an interesting experience. And anyway, and challenging for a number of people technologically, as well as just from a singing standpoint and getting it all recorded. But it was a great experience, and I really appreciate the ability to put that together. But something back to what I said in the introduction earlier. We're not able to hold our normal ticketed events this year, and that means that more than ever we depend upon contributions and grants to really kind of survive the year, and hope that we can get through this COVID era and come around to being again able to offer our great big concerts, our indoor concerts, as we've done in the past. We do have on our YouTube channel a playlist of a number of our concerts from the past few years that I'd invite anybody to go take a look at, and kind of get an idea as what it is that we do. But then, because we're here looking at and focusing around Brazos Valley Gives today, I just want to again point out how important this is for us, for people to really take this seriously and donate to us and the other nonprofits that are part of this effort, part of this campaign here on October 27th, that would really be good. Last year, it was really a great year in terms of gives for the Brazos Valley Chorale. We had a lot of contributors that helped us financially through this program. We've done a lot of fundraising events over a number of years. Auctions, silent auctions are typically kind of the things that people do. But Brazos Valley Gives was much more successful than any of the silent auctions that we've ever done before. And so we really appreciate what the Brazos Community Foundation has done in bringing this program to the Brazos Valley. And we hope again that you'll contribute to the overall program as well as to us this year. But Don, I think as I think about last year and what that brought to us, one of the more magical kind of events that happen. And I think as we sing in the chorale, we have a number of concerts that we do where those of us who are singers just I don't know, at least for myself, I feel the kind of a magic that happens during a concert. You just get this feeling between what you're singing and what the audience is experiencing that is just really dramatic. And one of those happened on March 1st earlier this year. And so, Don, I'd appreciate your providing a little explanation of what that is. And by the way, we'll share that concert with you here momentarily. So, Don.
Yes, Larry, that was a wonderful event for us. As we were planning the 50th anniversary celebration for the Brazos Valley Chorale, we knew that we wanted to commission a brand new piece of music just for that occasion. And so I began thinking about who could do that for us. And a friend of mine from Oklahoma, my Oklahoma days, came to mind. He's a composer, a Canadian composer living in Idaho at the time. And Paul had won a few awards for his compositions. And I just thought that he would be a good person for us to reach out to, and he'd be easy to work with. And that all proved to be the case. I gave him some parameters over the summer to begin, thinking about. And he had as a goal to have that brand new piece to us by the end of the year, so that when we began back in January of last year, we could begin rehearsing for that March 1st concert. We'd have a couple of months to learn a brand new piece. And that was our plan all along. The week before Paul's due date for our piece, his wife had emergency surgery in Boise, Idaho, and she had a ruptured brain aneurysm, and it left her paralyzed on one side. And so he had to put his entire life on hold at that point. And we were very understanding, and we were in constant communication about that. And he had a sketch done of the piece, but he didn't have it quite finished. And so I told him, take your time. We've got a little time, we'll work with you. Well, we ended up getting the piece of music before our March 1st concert about 2 weeks ahead of time because of those delays. In the midst of all of those medical issues that the Aitkins were enduring, their teenage son committed suicide in that same time frame in January of that year. And it was just almost too much for them to bear. But the song that he chose for us was "How Can I Keep From Singing," an old hymn that talks about all of the life's tragedies and things that happen in our lives. And yet somehow we pull ourselves up and continue to make music and continue to sing and to make those offerings. And so this song became not only important for our 50th celebration, but it became a personal mantra for Paul and his wife as they tried to put their lives back together. And we knew of that story going into it. And then Paul was able to come and bring Mackenzie with him to Bryan College Station and be with us for that weekend. And just being in their presence and watching their faith and experiencing that great song together was truly magical. And if Paul and his family could keep singing through all of their tragedies, certainly the rest of us could keep singing. And how fitting it is for us to have that as our last really song that we sang. It was the end of that concert, and that was the last song that we sang. We had to cancel our last concert for the season that ended in May. And so we've adopted that song kind of as our mantra moving forward through the current pandemic. How can we keep from singing? And so we hope that you enjoy this world premiere recording that we experienced last March.
Well, Don, every time I listen to that, I can't help but have a tear come to my eye and chill goes down my back just thinking about it. So
Yeah, I've got goosebumps right now.
it was a fantastic event, and one that so much typifies the kinds of things that we are able to do in the Brazos Valley Corral. You know, with this COVID process thing going on, we could have very easily just kind of tossed in the towel and says, "All right, we're just going to take a time out till next year, and hopefully things will improve by that time." But for many of our singers, that just wasn't an acceptable option. So we had to find ways that we could continue to sing, and that whole theme of how can I keep from singing really drives what we're trying to do this year in whatever way we possibly can. Do it safely, obviously, but but again, this is why it's so important. I think that we need to look for people who love the chorale, who love the choral tradition that we have, to support us and make sure that we are around again next year, when we can hopefully again offer the kind of concert that you just witnessed here. So anyway, Don, anything else you'd like to add at this point?
Well, I've been looking into a little bit of the history, and the time after the Spanish flu back in the early 1900s, the time right after that was a great time of musical just flourishing. And the arts really had a great comeback at that time. And so once we get through this time, I think that we'll see the same thing. And I'm very excited that we're keeping the music alive, but looking forward to all the great things that will come out of this on the other side. So thanks for supporting the Brazos Valley Chorale. We appreciate it very, very, very much.
And Don, thank you for being with us here today to share some of your thoughts on this thing. So everybody, you see the URL there, BrazosValleyGives.org/BV Chorale for the chorale itself. Just BrazosValleyGives.org for all the other worthy nonprofits that we have in the community that you may also wish to share, to contribute to. So thank you very much again, and look forward to seeing you at one of our upcoming concerts.
Thanks.
Bye.